So, look who got a promotion. That's right. After all the amazing work I've done for the Foundation, they've given me the new swanky penthouse loft. You know, totally deserve it.
I see they approved your green screen request.
What? No. This is my new digs. Don't worry, Doc. I won't forget about all you peons who helped me get here. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, pardon me. Do you have any Great Poupon? No? Alright, well, whatever. Guess it's time for work. What do you got for me today, Doc?
You are going to drive down a stretch of road.
Seems like a waste of my talents, but whatevs. What kind of car are you gonna give me? Ooh, Lamborghini? Maybe a Burger Gotti?
A Ford Pinto.
Seriously? After everything I've done for the Foundation, all the experiments I've completed, all the lives I've saved, and they're gonna give me a frickin' Ford Pinto? The greatest vehicle ever made! I mean, even I never dared to dream that big.
Today's experiment involves SCP-973. The Euclid class SCP-973 consists of two entities. SCP-973-1 is a police cruiser resembling those used by state troopers in the early 1970s. The vehicle appears to be in an advanced state of disrepair. Eyewitness accounts have consistently mentioned large dents in the doors and hood, a heavily cracked windshield, heavy rusting, and a loose rear bumper secured with duct tape. SCP-973-2 is reported as a Caucasian male in his late 40s wearing a state trooper uniform dating from the same time period as SCP-973-1. Subject is described as balding, slightly overweight, and having a handlebar mustache. SCP-973 will manifest at night when another vehicle enters the designated territory and is believed to be triggered by the target vehicle accelerating over a certain speed. This limit varies, with the average being in the area of 88.5 km per hour, 55 miles per hour, but it can range anywhere between 53.3 km per hour, 35 miles per hour, and 112.7 km per hour, 70 miles per hour. No predictable pattern or connection between differing limits has been found as of yet. When this limit is broken, SCP-973 will appear approximately 0.4 kilometers behind the target vehicle and will chase down the target at high speed with the siren and flashers on. This is accompanied by a looping message playing on the target's radio consisting of the phrase, "Run, expletive deleted." In cases, the target will flee with SCP-973 in pursuit and will be overtaken in 1 to 6 minutes. At this point,
okay, so apparently there's this ghost cop. Ghost cops. Who needs a good talking to? He's gonna appear when I speed, and I'm supposed to let the jerk catch me. You know, the hardest part of this whole mission is keeping those 12.5 horses on the hood of my whip in check so the cop can't catch me. Then after that happens, we're gonna have a little chat about his dealings with the public. And if he don't listen, I'll just introduce him to Starsky and Hutch. We'll show him violence is never the answer. This sounds like a job for Officer Biff.
SCP-973-2 will become violent upon catching its target. The remains of 34 individuals and 19 vehicles have been found within 6.4 kilometers of the affected roadway. The range of damage done to bodies includes evisceration, rape, and 3 cases where the body has been damaged by the impact to the point that visual identification was impossible. 5 survivors are within Foundation custody, all suffering from varying degrees of mental trauma. The recovered vehicles showcase heavy impact damage, both environmental and inflicted, and severe burn damage to the interior. For this experiment, adding a kill switch to D-1589's vehicle was considered and ultimately rejected, due to the maximum speed of a Ford Pinto being significantly less than recorded cruising speeds of SCP-973-1, and many bicycles. So I totes kicked his ass. I shoved his ugly face right up his poop chute. He was all like, "Please, Mr. Biff, you're too awesome and cool for me. Please let me go. I've learned my lesson. You know, I would like to be just like you. My hero and the greatest police officer in the world." I almost felt bad for him, But you mess with the best, you're going to get an introduction to Detective Riggs and Detective Murtaugh. You do realize we have audio recording this encounter, right? I stand by my statements. Okay, let's listen together, shall we? Alrighty, Rooney, I'm here. Now what? You have to go faster, D-1589. SCP-973 does not appear unless you're going at least 35 miles per hour. I'm getting there, but you gotta understand, this is a finely tuned machine. You can't just unleash it all at once. Plus, all this shaking is gonna knock out my fillings or something. And 35. He's still not there. Probably knows he can never catch the mighty Pinto. I don't really blame him. Wait, what's that?
Yeehaw, run asshole, run asshole, run asshole, run asshole, run asshole, run asshole, run asshole.
Alright, enough of that crap. Country music sure is weird these days. Getting so lazy. But you know what? At least it had a good beat. Oh crap, here he comes! You need to stop right now, D-1589. Sorry, no way. Baby's got a cruise. Eat my dust, copper! SCP-973 caught up to D-1589 37 seconds later due to his vehicle's engine overheating and becoming inoperable. Play it cool, Biff. Remember, you're Officer Biff, the greatest lawman this side of the mighty Mississippi. Oh, here he comes. Good day, officer. Is there something I can... Oh my god, what happened to your face? Wait. With a mouth that big, does it make eating easier? I've always had this theory that no teeth would make eating faster. I've even thought about pulling all my own teeth, so I can fit bigger food in my mouth, but they just grow back anyway. Same with dislocating my jaw. There was this one time that...
Shut up. Do you know how fast you were going?
I don't really know, but my conservative estimate, 700 to 800 miles per hour. Ooh, did you pull me over to admire my sweet ride? It's a company car. I know, hard to believe, but I'm just that important.
Step out of the vehicle, asshole.
Whoa, fellow officer. Might want to work on the dealing with the people part of the job. Damn, boy, was you just blazing? Your eyes are redder than my ass that time I forgot the sunscreen at the nude beach. I'm not judging, mind you. I'm just saying, share the wealth. Ow! Why'd you hit me? Stop! 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 Fine, whatever, keep your weed. Oh yeah! That's what happened. But after that, I kicked his butt. It may sound like I was begging for mercy and crying, but that was actually my battle cry. SCP-973-2 pummeled D-1589 for 12 minutes before appearing to tire and returning to SCP-973-1. At which time, D-1589 called out, "Yeah, you better run. Otherwise, I'd have to introduce you to Cagney and Lacey," while holding up his fists. SCP-973-2 briefly returned and resumed its attack before once again returning to SCP-973-1. D-1589 stood and said, "Yo Tommy, I didn't hear no bell," causing SCP-973-2 to pause before entering SCP-973-1 and then rammed it into D-1589. On impact, D-1589 flew backwards 4 meters, leaving a rather large dent in SCP-973-1. Copious amounts of smoke were observed flowing out of the engine compartment as SCP-973 drove away at a substantially reduced speed and was not seen again for 17 days, the longest inactive period on file. This, however, was not the first attempt to pacify SCP-973 as stated in the following addendums. Addendum 1. Destroying the roadway affected by SCP-973 has proven ineffective. The demolition of part of State Route in 1983 led to SCP-973 relocating to its current position. Addendum 2. 08-2000. Attempting to capture and contain SCP-973 fails, resulting in the death of 9 agents. SCP-973 is believed to be wounded, but is not incapacitated, reappearing 9 days later. First-hand accounts indicate a change in SCP-973-2's appearance, as shown in the excerpt from this post-mission interview of Agent... I can't really say. He just looked different. His eyes were red. I remember that. Then his mouth, it was just a black hell. No teeth, no tongue, just a hole.
I was too busy shooting at him to get a better look than that.
Addendum 3. SCP-973's area of effect seems to be expanding, as does the window of time the manifestations occur. Security protocols have been adapted to this. Thank you for your attention. If you have any comments or questions about the events of this encounter, please leave them below. Conversely, if you have an SCP experiment you would like to see D-1589 participate in, that can also be left below. Do not forget to employ the SCP Foundation's new like-dislike function on this log. And if you have not done so already, please consider subscribing to this content for easy access.